Okay, we're going to do another real quick touch-up here. It is 11:33 a.m. Let's get a focus, if we can. So we got this happening on the 6th of January. And after having sent out a couple of really important emails, one of which went to the CEO of Time Warner Cable, a listed email contact point from a Time Warner page, I believe it was, which was returned to me. So again, we have what we call around here, quote, distancing, unquote. And what I want to do is memorialize these reads. This is a Mac Pro, which may be a little difficult to see unless we get the, there we go. Alright, so the Mac Pro is reflecting 108K, and it says we might have a problem. Well, we've had this problem now since dirt, and it's getting to the point where, well, it's actually past the point. We're paying for 60 gigabits, or up to, they call it. That's the weasel wording of it. Which, oddly enough, is exactly what came up on this Lenovo immediately after registering this from the Macintosh. And I'll reiterate what I had memorialized in the previous video, the 30-minute expose, 32 minutes actually, with the incontrovertible evidence. And there's a lot more to it than that, but there's pretty much enough for conviction if it were ever to be played in court. So we've got these three. We've got the 108, we got your 12.1, and we got your big 6.0. These two here are a direct connection to the modem's output, if you will, ports. This one here is going through a router. Now, I could actually, I think I will. Let's take a quick run upstairs and look at the system up there, which has reflected and registered 60 gigabits PS. This is what's known as the lab. It's constantly in a state of flux. So let's see what we get here live. This is another Lenovo T410. And I don't see that we're getting anything yet. Oh, okay. That's because it was hibernating. Come on, let's get the bear out of the cave here. We're wasting time. Well, this is indeed odd. It shouldn't be taking this long to dehibernate. Well, while we're waiting, this is the switch that we have. It's upside down because it's a little bit of tacky goo there to hold it down to the desk. This cable comes directly into the gigabit switch from downstairs. I actually covered this before. I was thinking floor. So there's a cable down there, which you can't see, and it goes over here and emerges here, and that's the same cable that we're looking at here. So it's a long category 6 cable, and the RJ45. Why are we not seeing anything here? This is a little disturbing. Well, I guess I'm going to have to wrap it up. I didn't want to do any video on this. Nothing is happening at all. This kind of thing has been going on now literally for weeks. It's almost like a Stephen King story where the machines now have developed an awareness of themselves and they're asserting themselves. Kind of like the Animals program on television. The animals got smart and they said, we're sick and tired of this. I do not understand why. Well, now that's odd. I have to hit it more than once? Huh, not. Okay, well, here's a guy talking about SSD drives. And I guess we'll just give him the Deep 6 for the moment. And take a quick look at, pardon me, it's difficult to talk while I'm thinking. That's also odd. That should not be resorting to that. All right, I'm going to have to do this with one hand. Please bear with me.
Coffee.
Thank you. Delivery of coffee, that's always nice. So I always find myself truly not liking it when there's such a latency between events or occasions. So we were downstairs, and I like to see the minimum interval between the results that we saw and the results that we tried to get here. But I guess we're stuck with what we got. Okay. So bearing in mind, let's take a look at the history here. Let's see what we've been getting on TestMy. Pardon, here, forgive the moire. 63, 12, 59, 109K, right in the middle. Right there. What's that about? Well, it happens a lot, but we've already covered that. So this should be sufficient for now. Perhaps I will go ahead and upload this because it is a follow-up, and it shows that the emails that were sent out, the phone calls, well, one in particular. In truth, actually one, to be honest about it. Long conversation with a very understanding and long-suffering gal who listened to my outpourings and Velvet Doberman chatter. Even sent her out to the site. But shortly after that happened, a very odd thing happened. There was a blank space, then a blast of music, which I think I mentioned in an earlier video, and then click. The dreaded click, and followed by bonk, 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 bonk. And I find that suspicious. I think there's a possibility that somebody somewhere said, I don't want anybody recording this call, which I had mentioned, and I don't want any Velvet Doberman with a potential of 15 to 20 million viewers somewhere in the midst of 2017. Who knows? Go figure. Velvet Doberman out.